shit. If that's what you want to do with your life, bro, life's short, bro. You get hit by a fucking truck the next day. If you didn't try doing what you wanted to do, you're going to go to heaven or hell. And then they're going to be like, so what did you do yesterday? And you're going to be like, well, I went to my job. Like,
I thought about what I was going to do. I thought about what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
I
that
contemplated.
sucks. Like, you know, just do what you want, bro.
No,
it's literally too short.
I want to take her to more. Did your girlfriend let you go to concert or your wife? I'm sorry.
She was at the show.
Okay, yeah. Is she
but
big
she
on
only
like?
came for like 10 minutes. She saw it and she was like, I can't even talk to you. This is too much.
Bro, my girlfriend will not go out to like concerts and shit. Like it's too hectic for her.
You're
know
also
what I mean?
networking the whole time.
Yeah.
In all fairness.
Yeah, I'm talking.
She doesn't want that shit.
She would not have.
They don't want that.
Hey, bro.
You guys are too good of businessmen. I'll be taking my girl to the concert and I'll just be like, you like the music? Like I get nothing done. I'm like, you feel this?
Did you like it?
You having fun?
Hey, man. We just support all people going to concerts, all people going to shows. Shout out Sunday Sounds, man.
Are we in?
You know
already?
what I'm saying? We'll do a little intro. You know what I mean? Just talking or whatever. You know, we can just get into it.
No, let's schmooze,
bro.
Let's schmooze.
I don't know. I love to do the chatting beforehand because it eases us into the conversation. I don't know about it. You know, we're all just talking.
This dude will always just be talking for like 5 minutes before the pod, just bullshitting, and then I'll say like the one thing I don't want on camera, and he'll be like, welcome back to the TheStereoVision podcast.
That's how I know it'll be the one to grab on.
I was like, damn, of course, like that's the one you're gonna pick.
You guys end up using. Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I feel that.
This dude puts wild shit.
Okay, now I'll get into it though. What up, y'all? Welcome back to the TheStereoVision podcast.
Come on, episode 54 coming at you, but it's not a regular episode.
You know
we got a very special guest on the episode today.
Yo.
Barry, introduce yourself, bro.
Hey guys, I'm Barry from Green Tea Studios, aka Ursa the Chef.
Facts,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
Shout out. Thank you for coming through.
Thanks
now,
for having me,
y'all
guys.
might be kind of familiar with the voice, at least the name, because Selena's manager, who we just had the pleasure of having on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. How you been, my boy?
I'm good, man. Just busy times, but been
Bro.
good. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, it must be after the last show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, we introduced him obviously as Green Tea Studios, but I feel like it's a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not just a studio, artist management, also like concert promotion, you know, throwing shows. Definitely one of the hottest events in LA for like upcoming artists, like the one that I'm seeing the most. Like, what was the last show like? Like, I was out of town, so I didn't get to go. Can you fill me in a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, the performances from start to finish were truly unbelievable. You were there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just from the opener to the last set, literally from London Moore all the way to Mallory Merck, everyone was amazing. The vendors were great. The vibe was like electric. Like you could just feel everyone's energy, and I feel like that's what we're going for. Is we want this to be an open space for people to come and like feel like you're not ladder climbing. You're literally just talking to everybody, same level. Everyone's just trying to do the same shit. And that's what it's all about. So
yeah,
it's a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful as a platform.
Thing,
yeah.
I'm so happy to have you on because I feel like we really emphasize the holistic view of the industry. You know what I mean? We want to talk to everyone in different aspects. Is this the first manager we've had on the pod?
Yeah, it's the first manager.
Yeah, bro.
Let's go.
You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to give people some game on just everything that you've learned. You know what I mean? You experienced in here. You used to make a little bit of music.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? We might get a freestyle out of him a little later. Nah, but I mean, we normally start this shit off talking about like new music that we've been listening to, just what we've been tapped into.
Sure.
What you been rocking with, Spencer?
I mean, her loss, you know, honestly, like that shit like has not left my rotation. I played that all the way through. Honestly, every time I listen to it, I like it more. Off rip, I thought it was top 8 album of the year. Yeah. Now I'm like top 4 album of the year. You know, it's climbing. I don't know. It's addicting. Yo. Honestly, because I thought Savage was on 10 when I first heard it. Yeah. You know, I was like, Savage killed this. Production killed it. But like, I don't know. Drake is awesome. Drake is Drake. You know, love Drake. But like the last couple years, I feel like there's been something more I want.
Yeah.
The more I listen to her loss, I'm like, nah, there's nothing else. Yeah. He did it. You know, he's Draking. You know?
He was Draking.
Yeah.
That was some shit right there. That was some shit. You got anything you've been rocking with particularly?
Is it crazy if I say I liked Honestly Nevermind more?
No. Okay, let's talk about it though. Way less jarring. You know what I mean? Her loss was in his little wheelhouse. You know what I mean? We had heard that before. Honestly Nevermind shocked us. It gave me the feeling I wish Her Loss might have given us. Whereas, like, Her Loss was more like the content I was expecting, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I just thought that Drake had lost shock value and kind of like how Kanye goes from album to album doing something completely different, production wise, subject matter wise, just the whole thing. Like Drake has never really hasn't in a long time pivoted from that to that. He's just kind of talking about how rich he is
all the time.
Yeah, the last few albums, last 5 albums even. But like, I thought honestly Nevermind was a good twist on it. Really good project for the summer. And I'm also super into like just that type of production at the moment as well. Listen to like a lot of dance, a lot of shit like that right now. So I personally liked honestly Nevermind more than Her Loss, but also Drake albums tend to grow on me. So like for Her Loss, we were talking about this. I've only done 1 or 2 run-throughs. Yeah. When I'm driving tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be listening to it. And then we'll see. I don't know about top 4, but
this nigga wild.
It's a good project.
I'll go top 4 this year.
He'll stay with the high.
Well, what else is up there then?
I mean, I got Steve over it, Steve Lacy, Gemini Rights. I got Kendrick, Mr. Morale.
Okay, yeah, we
had that conversation.
We can get into that too.
And then like, there's a lot. After that, it gets murky.
What you gonna say?
It gets murky. I'll probably put the Jid album, number 3.
Ooh, over Smee.
I mean, I haven't had enough time with Smee yet.
Yeah, I haven't had enough time with
Smee. You said like Drake albums grow on you. Smee albums grow on me.
It takes me a few months with Smee Noel.
Literally. The only one that I could
digest.
For sure.
It's a lot.
He's so special.
Yeah.
The only one that I could immediately understand like how amazing it was She Already Decided, the mixtape that came out in COVID. But Black Swan and Noir both took me months.
Black Swan took me a long time to understand.
But now
it's brilliant.
It
aged like fine wine.
It's one of the literally, bro.
Yeah. But do you think that's like the product of singles or having those songs that go so far ahead of the album? Like I'm thinking Amphetamine, Anita. I feel like those moments kind of transcended Black Swan, so I couldn't necessarily get all the meat and potatoes from it just because I was so focused on them songs.
But that's why I say it ages nicely.
Yeah.
Like regardless of when the singles drop, right? Like the album's still a whole now. So you go back and like
exactly.
I just listened to Take Care the other day. How is that just so perfect in 2022? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a project.
Yeah.
Aged perfectly. Like it's still timeless.
Let's talk about Take Care for a second before we move on, because we were talking about like best Drake songs on the last episode.
Not one skip on that album.
Agreed.
Except the title track, maybe.
With Rihanna?
I don't love that song.
Oh my god.
I could be crazy.
Oh my god. Drake's first humongous song.
Yeah, you are crazy, bro. That's such a good song.
I don't love that
bro.
song. I could do without that song.
Really?
Bro, you got so much other shit around
You're
that,
the
bro.
type of guy that would say they like the new Rihanna song, though.
Hey.
Good point.
Hey.
You can watch the reaction for evidence.
I love Rihanna, but she was in her ballad bag. You know what I mean? She was in her... It was a movie song.
It didn't sound like she sang in like years.
To you, really?
To me, yeah. She sounded rusty.
So y'all see what we're going to be on this podcast, off the rip. This is the energy we got. Hold on.
First of all, Rihanna's the love of my life. Let me just...
This man has a wife.
Yeah. I am married, and my girl knows Rihanna's the love of my life. So, nah, I don't know. I just didn't think... It just sounded like it just happened. Like, it doesn't sound like they worked on that for a long time.
Because it's so simple. The production is so stripped back.
So what?
You know what I mean? But how often do you hear a song with that type of production that is blowing you away?
It sounded like she didn't even warm up her vocals. They're like, Rihanna, she's like, I'm trying on lingerie right now. I'm gonna, you know?
She's a Savage Fenties in a month.
She's busy, bro. She's busy. Like, she's not thinking about music.
Okay. I think you hit on the thing that is like, because I listened to the Rihanna song and I loved it, but I haven't gone back, and that's because it's a movie soundtrack song to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a song that...
Okay, but we listened to the whole the first Wakanda thing the whole summer because it was a Kendrick-produced album.
But we, like, that's so different.
I played Paramedic all summer.
Paramedic. There was like 4 songs.
I didn't play
All the Stars.
I'm lying if I'm gonna say I didn't play that Georgia Smith. I'm thinking of I Am, that Georgia Smith ballad.
Yeah.
Because now if we going ballad for ballad, that Georgia one did hit a little bit harder than this one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But Georgia Smith is out singing Rihanna now?
I mean, that wouldn't be crazy. I don't think Rihanna's known for her vocals.
Now if Georgia could sing. Georgia could sing now.
First of all, I love Georgia Smith.
Georgia could go. Georgia could go with Rihanna. Just vocal for vocal?
Yeah, well, we're talking about... We're talking about 2 different things.
Yeah, wait. Let's put it in the air. Vocal for vocal. Georgia Smith's a better singer than Rihanna.
To me, yeah.
Georgia Smith has the better voice. Like Rihanna is so special for her songwriting, for the production around it, her confidence.
She doesn't write the song.
And
but like she picks good songs.
Stara's writing Rihanna songs.
You know, and that's why I think the production kind of did exactly what it needed to. I think this is going to be played in a very sentimental moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the instrumental is going to be played throughout. But
for what it was really good.
Type shit.
But for like Rihanna's return, I was like, damn, where's like
the oomph?
I wanted the Slay energy.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Yo,
the anti-energy, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, we're not getting that. See, like she took 6 years.
Yeah.
We're not getting that. It's gonna be something else. Like Kendrick, the Mr. Morale album made me realize that. I learned my lesson since I was here last. You're just not getting what you're expecting, because they're not only is their music going to be different. You take that long of a break, your life's different. She had the kid, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She had the kid. She's basically married with A$AP Rocky. Like she's a billionaire since the last time she was putting out music. It's a different time, different place, different headspace. She's not Rihanna from 2016?
Yeah.
She's Rihanna in 2022, bro. And she's got a bag now. She's not worried about music.
No, exactly. She's transcended singer.
Okay, Barry. Now we're going to have to set the stage for the people, all right?
All right.
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, north side, Chicago.
Yeah. So now, did you grow up in a music-based household, or did you grow up around a lot of music? How did you get so knowledgeable, fall in love with music like you do now?
Good question. My mom was a singer, first of all. She put out 2 albums herself, just like passion projects, but a lot of singing in my house. My parents split when I was little, and my dad thought he was hard, so he would be playing Eminem in the car when he'd pick us up, like the 8 Mile album. So I was listening to Lose Yourself. I was really little listening to that shit. And my mom was super heavy into like Michael Jackson, not the Beatles, but like I was listening to the Beatles with my dad. I just had a lot of music going on around me, and I had a lot of ADHD, so my mom bought me a drum set when I was like 9.
Yeah.
So I was drumming, listening to Gorillaz, I really, like Michael Jackson and Kanye are probably my 2 favorite artists. I mean, Kanye's a whole thing right now. We'll talk about that at another point. But yeah, I mean, I've just loved, fucking AC/DC.
Wow. Your mom's cool for buying you a drum set. Let me just say that.
Led Zeppelin, I loved
Led Zeppelin. So we were hearing all the same music, bro, and I asked for a drum set every year for Christmas. Every year. My parents said, oh, here's a guitar. Next year, they said, oh, here's a keyboard. They would never buy me a drum set. They said it would take
I just happened all day long, and my mom's like, I can't. And she bought the pads that went on top to make the drum fly. So it'd be like 10 o'clock at night. I couldn't sleep.
You could go crazy. She was cool with it.
She couldn't hear shit.
Beautiful.
I was in the basement, tucked away in the corner. God bless her for that. But that's how I got into music. And yeah, man. I mean, many other ways. But like, I did grow up in a musical household for sure.
Fire.
Do you still drum?
If I have a set available to me, I will. I sold my set when I moved here, just because I had nowhere to put it, really. But and obviously, like, I'm in the business side of it now. But I do still tap my pencil on fucking anything. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
So how did you make that transition then, growing up in Chicago, doing all the music stuff? Now you in LA. We gotta how everyone get to this place, this hub that has become LA, you know what I mean, for music, entertainment, everything. How did
I get here? Well, I went to college in New York. I started rapping when I was like 14, 15. Yeah. My cousin passed, and I got really into music in that way. Just writing a lot of poetry, and then that transitioned into lyrics, and then just me freestyling with my friends and shit, and just very innocent, listening to a lot of Mac Miller, like A$AP at that time. A lot of like the blog era was super influential to me. You know, I'm 14 during that time, 2009, I'm 14 years old. So like, I'm just enjoying myself, having the best fucking time. The best music's coming out. And then I went to college. I had a studio in my dorm. We did really well with that. Had a good time. And then I didn't graduate, and I moved to LA. And
wait. Pause on that. Tell us your story, because I remember something about 1 credit left.
I have 1 credit left.
That's a crazy story.
Please tell the viewers.
I can't get into it, because if the school sees it and the girl sees it, she's gonna be really sad. But basically, I got someone copied my paper, and I got in trouble for it. So I had I had 1 credit left to finish, and I just am refusing to do it at this point. But
yeah, don't cheat.
Yeah.
Don't cheat on tests.
yeah.
Respect your fellow peers. Come on now. You
But
know
I
what I'm
also
saying?
was taught. I mean, I basically just didn't do the last semester of school as well. Like
Yeah.
at that point, like I already had all my shit packed, ready for LA. Like was ready to go. My girl is from here, and she's like, after college, we thought like I was gonna go back to Chicago. She was just gonna stay in New York, and then she's like, I'm going back to LA. I'm like, I'm going with you. Like,
Yeah.
let's go. Her parents had like found an apartment for me. So like when I got here, like I already had my first month rent paid, and I was just set.
Blessings. That's
huge.
fire.
Yeah, and I was working an HR job when I first got here, so that college degree would have really helped.
Yeah.
Get an English degree to work in an HR department.
Bruh.
Yeah, really, really helpful. And then yeah, shit. I mean, just from there, like, I got here. I met Yoni, the guy I started the studio with. Shout out Yoni Green Tea. He actually came up with the name,
Yeah.
and we were working out of his dad's office, and on Pico and Robertson area, and we were out of his dad's office, very small space, literally from like here to the wall type shit, maybe a little further. No AC. Me and him are just rapping in there every night. He's just recording me. He's getting really good at engineering, self-taught dude. And then we move into a bigger room in that building. We can't book anything from 9 to 5 because there's a psychologist in the room next door, so that doesn't work. So now we're just like, okay, we're only booking 6 to 2 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, man, like we find this spot on Cotner, we go there, and then 6 months later the pandemic happens. And we're like, shit, this isn't, we take 3 months off. We put up this plexiglass. We don't really use it, but we put it up. We advertise that we're COVID safe.
Yeah.
And we open before all the other underground studios open. Like we're on our last few bucks to stay alive here as a studio. And then we reopen and we triple the amount of work we had from before COVID started. Like absolutely booked
Wow.
out the ass, like crazy.
Yeah.
Big blessings, but we just took a risk. Like we knew it's either do or die at that point. And I felt like the whole first 2 years of the business were really like that. Like I felt like every day was like, if we don't get this bag, like an actual number every single day, then we're gonna be screwed.
Yeah.
Like I felt like we had to really push hard and just break through that barrier. And then we did. We got the new room. Things were going well. Then the COVID, blah blah blah. And then once we reopened, we opened a spot in Burbank, opened a spot in Studio City, and then after a while we shut down Burbank, shut down Studio City, and then recondensed in Santa Monica where we are now. And sometimes you got to take 2 steps back to take 3 steps forward. Type shit.
100%.
I feel like dialing it back. Not only did we take 3 steps forward, we took like a whole leap forward.
Yeah.
Ran a lap.
Yeah. We were talking about this too, me and Yoni the other day. We've added so many great team members along the way, like Kevin, Ashley, all our engineers. Harry, Osiris, Jamarius. Like really just great key players, and that's how you build a company. Is by like if you keep it to yourself forever, and it's just I don't trust anyone, then like
literally
it's never going up.
Literally.
Like you have to have the fabric built, otherwise there's gonna be no shirt.
100%, 100%, bro. There's a lot of
wisdom.
shit, bro. There's a lot of shit that people could take away from your story. You know what I mean? From even you say you had a studio when you were in college, even. You know what I mean? Recording out that like
On your Rick Rubin.
constantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Constantly keeping that vision. Just staying at it, you know what I mean? And still being willing to adjust, you know what I mean? Pivoting a little bit from the more artist-facing side, being the front man, doing all that, to being behind the scenes and cultivating these people, giving back your knowledge to other people, you know what I mean?
That was the
Amazing thing.
I felt like I was getting real sick of managing myself. Like I won't say I was the most talented artist. Like straight up, I fully admit that. And I'm sitting there, I had a few songs that did well. Like it was cool. It was going fine, but no one wanted to manage me. I was really sick of doing all the legwork myself. It's a lot of work. And then TikTok became a thing, and I was like, I'm done. Like I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't wanna have to do that extra step. But like I see and understand where this is going. So like all the blog shit is died down, but it's still relevant for other reasons. But like the ultimate thing that. And it took me a long time, you mentioned that, like being able to pivot. That was a really weird pivot for me personally, because I was so in love with making music and writing and being a part of it, that for like a long time in the back of my head, I'd be like, damn, I can do this better than other people. Like while I'm easing into the business side.
Yeah.
And then there was one day it just dawned on me, I'm like, bro, you got to stop being salty with the decision you made. You're already too deep in the business shit to go back at this point. You could always do it for fun and enjoy yourself, but you're not going to be an artist in pursuit of like this shit. So like there was a day when I just sat myself down and was like, okay, enough of this shit. Stop being petty in your own head. Just move on.
That's
like,
maturity.
Yeah,
That's maturity,
and
man.
I you know, I think since then, like it's been easier for me to grow the business in the mindset that that's my number one priority right now. Like other than my family relationships, of course, but like that's the number one thing. Is like I let go of that.
Dog.
It's hard to do though. It's really hard. It's like shedding a skin of your childhood.
No, 100%.
Everything you wanted for years, that you dreamed of, that you
my whole life,
that you visualized.
Literally till I'm 25. I'm only 27.
Yeah.
But growth, all that shit is uncomfortable, you know what I mean? And I feel like what you're talking with really comes with age, you know what I'm saying? Because like you gotta like, the more I realize this shit, it's like we could try to, you know, impress, worry as much as we can, but shit just always goes better the second you let go of the shit that is so clearly, you know what I mean, holding you back to an extent, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you can still make music. There's no age limit on it, you know what I mean? There's no one that's gonna tell you, oh, stop recording, you know what I mean? Like it's just prioritizing, evolving, changing.
But like, I don't want to be out here like trying to figure out, okay, am I gonna have the cover art done on time for when I need to drop the song? I don't want to do that anymore. Like like, first of all, I'm exhausted. Like I don't want to be doing this shit anymore. I don't want to be calling, you know, producers on the other side of the country asking for stems. Like the struggle for an artist without a manager is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the A to Z without a manager, it's when I don't even know when the fuck you have time to write music.
Yeah.
With the current state that it's in. It's like literally it's cover art, it's making sure the song gets recorded, making sure it gets mixed and mastered, making sure you have your cover art, making sure you made all the TikTok promotion for it, music videos, setting up the extras for that. Like if you don't have a manager, even helping with half of that, and then networking, bro, in LA. Like when are you going home and being like, okay, I'm gonna get better at this?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It takes a lot.
Especially as somebody that hasn't been in the business, hasn't had the experience that you now have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't understand the steps you need to take. You know, especially when you're that kind of artist. You know, I'll say like I'm someone that's always dreamed of making music, you know?
Really?
But yeah. I love to play my guitar. You know, it's a hobby shit.
Yeah.
But that's the goal, you know? But like realistically, the talent and the drive is not there to make music.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, if we can build these companies and network and meet all these people and become established like this, how much easier is it to make a record when you know 20 managers, you have 5 major label connects, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's just more building blocks, you know? And like you never forget that dream because like that's still always there, but like when it's really something you can do and you don't have to do, I don't know, it's different.
If I make a record by accident that's absolute fire, I'm obviously plugging myself. I'm just going out there. Like, if I make some fucking shit that, like, or I just get it as a placement at that point. But, like, I'm not out there like that, to be honest. Like, I'm not seriously in the studio.
You'll be locked in.
You gotta be locked in if you're gonna make something special. Like, I'm not letting anyone think you go in the studio, like, and be rusty and make some crazy shit. You can, but, like, it's a lot less likely. Yeah, you got to be on your pen. You got to be on your game. Like if you're gonna make something special.
Yeah, but you know it's a crazy curveball. It's the fact that you talk about, you know what I mean, knowing that you have to get these stems from these producers across like the country or get the cover art. And now when we look at Green Tea Studios, it is like Spencer got into. It's more than just a recording studio. If you go on y'all Instagram page, you're also giving artists tips. You know what I mean? Like really helping these people cultivate and grow their careers. Is that something that like was always the vision when you started it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, from the beginning, like me and Yoni were talking about it, and Kevin's a big part of this as well, of course. But like the goal is to ease some of that pressure. I mentioned this huge A to Z list. We want to help at least check, 7 or 8 of those boxes. You come in because, like, again, another thing is like if you're not recording at home, you don't know how to record yourself, and you're going to a studio. Like we've heard horror stories where the engineers at these studios will take months to send stems that don't belong to them. Like you leave your session, you're leaving with your shit from our studio. There is no, when am I getting my stems from your studio? Or can I get the MP3 from, like we're not doing that. And we help with the blogs and, we do mixing and mastering and we're doing the shows. And like people just call me and be like, yo, Barry, I need to know what I should be doing in this situation. Can you listen to this song for me? I need your opinion. And, like, you know what? The truth is, like, if I'm not doing all this my own music shit anymore, I have the time to help people.
Yeah.
So, like, the goal, and Yoni too, man. Kevin also, like, the whole team. And Annabelle, for even that matter. She's doing her own thing. But, like, you know, we're all really here to just make it easier because it's really hard and expensive, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's expensive to be an artist. Like, I remember how much money I was spending when I moved here. And, like, I did not have money to spend when I moved here. Like,
yeah.
So, you talk about the horror stories, though.
Yeah.
What's, like, the craziest thing that you've seen in the studio?
In our studio or a studio in general?
Either or. Just some
In our
crazy.
A studio. Oh, yeah, whatever.
In our studio, there's no horror stories, to be honest. If there were, I'd tell them because like we'd have. There hasn't been anything crazy. Maybe I've been in a studio where there was a horror story with. I could tell you that story, but I don't know. I heard of this. You know, it's not really one story in specific. There's a lot of different scenarios. A lot of women have problems at studios.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a story. I don't remember who it was that I spoke to about this. Oh, yes, I do, but I can't say her name. She was at a studio, and the engineer came into the booth while she was recording to help her sing the song. Mortifying.
Wait. Like, so the engineer got up out his seat.
It was rubbing on her shoulder type shit. And it's just, forget even that. The audacity. You know, if you have to be able to read the room. All of our engineers at Green Tea Studios know how to read the room.
Yeah.
They know how, if the artist is going to want the engineer to be vocal.
Yeah.
Or if the engineer should just be quiet, be in their place, and do what they need to do. But you never enter the booth unless you're asked to go in there to fix something. And you certainly don't go in there and tell them how to sing. And you definitely do not touch the goddamn client.
Yeah.
Ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that story blew my mind. And then there's just like the common stories where it's like, yeah, I've been waiting for my stems for 3 to 6 months, and I'm like, why? Like,
for what?
The
ego of some of these players that want to be artists so bad.
At that point, though, honestly, scrap the song and move on with your life.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting the stems back, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I've told artists that too. They're like, bro, I'm gonna fight for this. Like, I want to put the song out. I'm like, bro, go to another studio and go work on the song again.
Yeah.
You're not getting the stems back.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's good that you guys are in there changing that shit.
Yeah, I'm trying. Like,
Yeah.
we're trying, man. Shit.
I want to talk a little bit more about like the future of Green Tea. Because like we were kind of talking about it being more than a recording studio. I see you guys offering like publicity services and having like partnerships with these blogs and having Annabelle on the team who is a curator and an influencer in the music scene, you know? And I'm kind of curious too if Green Tea is really a studio that offers these services or if there's a bigger vision to be more of an artist service company that also has an in-house studio.
So it's a good question. Another question I get asked a lot is like, what's the 5-year plan?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's how it should be.
Yeah. You know what? I'm here right now. I'm here right now, and someone asked me the other day, like, how does it feel to be this successful? I'm like, first of all, I'm not successful. Second of all, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't even know how I'm here. Like, I put my head down the last 5 years, and we're here. But to answer that question, it's like, it could go either way, ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we are a recording studio that does offer those things.
Yeah.
Would I like to transition at some point more so of a service-based company that also offers recording? Yeah, for sure. Not because there's more money in it, but because that could be more useful to artists, truthfully. But, I mean, I do see ourselves opening studios in other cities. We want to move. Don't want to give up too much sauce, but we're going to move westward before we go east. We got offered to franchise in Chicago last summer, and we got offered to franchise in New York this year, and we declined for now because we really just want to establish a base. If you build upwards too quickly, it'll just fall over. But if you build a really strong base, really wide, you could build
as high as you want.
As high as you want.
Totally.
Forever.
Totally.
So
that's real.
I'm in no rush to franchise. I'm in no rush to open more studios. I want to do things correctly. Rick Ross said this on a podcast. He said, I'm not in a rush to get anything done. I just don't want to waste time.
Yeah.
He says if it's going to take 10 years, let it take 10 years. But when we get to that 10-year point, like everything has to be planned out. Don't let it be 11 years. Because then at that point, you did waste 10 years. So I'm in no rush to get to the destination. I'm just enjoying the journey and trying to have fun with it, man. Like,
Hell yeah.
Advice from Barry and the biggest boss, Rick Ross. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro? Nah, that's real game, bro. People could use that too, because like, I think you could apply that to whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
Russian shit, like that, like microwave method of doing things, it never works out in the long run.
Gotta let it marinate.
You know what I'm saying?
Crock pot.
So,
Exactly.
getting a little bit into the management side of things.
Sure.
What is the most rewarding part about being a manager? You know what I mean? Seeing someone else develop in their career.
Well, that's a good question. Hearing a good song, man. Like straight up, like Selena is a very first of all, she's an amazing person. So, you know, managing her. I've had other artists and a producer I managed. They're all great people. You know, me and Selena just really understand each other. We respect each other. And I let her, you know, do her thing. I try not to force anything.
Yeah.
I don't really ask for demos. Like I let her, she's young and I want her to just enjoy loving and making music. Like I think that's the most, when she sends me a demo though, like I'm the happiest guy. Cause I'm a fan of hers before I'm even her manager.
As it should be.
I love her music. Like, and I wouldn't manage someone whose music I didn't enjoy. Like even the two other artists I managed before her, like I loved their music. I'm still friends with them. I still love their music, but like I have to really believe in the product and the actual music. So when I hear a good song or I see, you know, her on stage making everyone move, that shit is gratifying.
Yeah, bro.
Beautiful
I mean,
feeling.
you put her in position, you know what I mean? Obviously, she's a great person, but it is really cool to see. I don't know. You see good people link up and it seems natural. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like that business thing. It doesn't feel like a transaction. It is, you know, organic growth together.
Yeah.
That's a really cool thing to see for real,
Thank you.
bro.
How'd you meet her?
Good question. I met her through the studio. Another artist she was friends with was recording by us, Lily May. She was recording by us back in 2018, 2019, I believe, when we moved into Cotner. I met Lily through when I was writing at Rap Fiesta. It's a great blog based out of New York. I was writing for them. I wrote an article on her. And she was in LA. She came and she did a session, and then she did another session and another session. And then the next time she was like, "Can I bring my friend?" No problem. And Selena came. We met Selena. She was, I think, 15 or 16. Probably 16, I want to say.
Damn.
And she was singing, and I was like, "What is that?"
Mm-hmm.
And I just stayed in touch with her. And then, you know, I was just giving her advice along the way, like, just tips for her music in general. And then it just kept developing. Like, we just stayed friends. And then I guess I just started managing her type shit. So
It's so funny because people don't realize that it's so much like a relationship,
it is
like a romantic relationship. Because if you just go in and you see something you like and you're like, "Hey, let me manage you," you know, like, "Hey, let me do this," it's not gonna work. It might on the off chance, but if you don't have a chance to really vet it and be friends and like see if the vibes connect and you guys work well together, it's a recipe for failure.
Well, there has to be a level of trust.
Totally.
With any relationship. That's business, friendship, anything. So, like, I feel like she really trusts me, and I do trust her as well. But, like, as a, you know, she's 20, and she moved to LA, and I'm some random older dude, you know? I mean, I've known her for years already, but at the end of the day, like, you have to really trust what someone's doing. But I also, you know, help her through the studio, and like she, you know, she's been on all the Sunday Sounds lineups, and that's put her in front of a good amount of people and given her a good experience in front of, you know, she did a show the other day. It was a lot smaller than the Sunday Sound shows. And I was like, "You're nervous?" She's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Damn, cold about it." Like, she's doing shows in front of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's, you know, I'm just trying to plot, like, long-term success with that type of thing. I want things to seem easy. You know, and she was just in a huge session at Red Bull. There was like 30 people in the store, or 15 people in the studio. And she was super nervous. Then we left and we went back the next day. Same situation. She wasn't nervous. So, like, the more experience she gets now, like, I'm not in it for a TikTok song.
No.
Type shit.
Like, I want her to have, like, a, you know, 10-year career. You have a 10-year career in the music industry, you're fucking legend.
You're good.
You're a legend. Like, there's not a lot of those.
Yeah.
So I want her to have 10 plus years. Like, you know, it's cool to have songs that trend and to, you know, be friends with influencers and all that shit. But like, that's not forever shit.
Yeah.
It's just not like,
No.
you know.
And yeah, that's really it, bro. Because like, that's the metaphor that I keep using because it really is like a relationship. But like, you have to build that trust first.
Yeah.
Because I relate somebody that's in it for a TikTok song, a viral hit, a quick cash grab, to the guy that just wants to hit it.
Yeah.
Hit it quick. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come in, they're gonna spit the game, they're gonna say all the right things, they're gonna buy you something, but they're not gonna text you over a couple years and give you advice.
Sure.
When they see you, you know, they're in it for the long haul because they see the potential and the vision. And I feel like when you show that, the artist receives that. And that's what builds trust, and that's what builds like a really meaningful like connection between like a manager and an artist, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
I feel
100%. So getting into like the live shows a little bit, I want to know what are some of like the experiences that really changed your view on live shows throughout your life. You know, what are some of the best concerts that you've been to?
Okay. That's a great question. I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna list them off the top real quick. I saw day 2 of Watch the Throne in Chicago.
Oh, see now, that's special because when people ask me like, you could go back any concert, dead or alive, whatever, where would you go? That is like on my short list of 2 answers. You saw Watch the Throne.
Day 2 when they broke the world record for consecutive time songs.
You know how crazy that is,
Dude. I was 15.
That's
What record did they break?
They did Niggas in Paris, right?
Yeah.
Like a billion times.
It was 14 times.
Yeah, like a
And then
bunch.
Travis broke it with was it?
It was Butterfly.
Butterfly Dogs?
Yes,
It was
yes, you're right, you're
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, so I saw them do that song for by like 10 like people are in their seats type shit. Not gonna lie, but it was just because like, dude, Kanye did it. It was, first of all, the concert was 3 hours long. Kanye did a 25-minute runaway.
Oh,
Bro, there was people next to me like sobbing all over each other. Like people,
that would be
us, bro.
That would be me.
Yay, bro! People are smoking cigarettes like Kanye, like inside the fucking United Center. It's amazing. It was amazing. And then I saw Justin Timberlake in Tel Aviv.
5.
Did he bring Sexy back?
He did everything.
Yup.
That was also like a 3-4 hour concert. What else? Dude, I've been to some. I don't know. I've been to Coldplay. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I love Coldplay. So I was at Coldplay. That's like an old 40-year-old Jewish dad thing. Barry, I used to love Coldplay. You know, like shit. And I was just like, I love Coldplay. What else did I see? I saw Danny Brown.
Tough.
This is with Danny Brown opened for Childish Gambino.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's
oh,
crazy.
casual.
What year? Camp tour?
Camp
Like
tour.
2014, 2015?
I just got my car. I just started driving. I was probably 2011.
Oh.
2011, 2012 maybe.
Yeah.
Jeez,
That was one of my...
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy concert. I've been to so many, goddamn. My first concert was Hillary Duff.
Everyone's first concert is an amazing just situation. It's always so
And
random.
I got a signed,
So random.
signed poster. I had that shit next to my,
Oh, so you was big time.
Hillary
He
Duff,
was
baby.
big time. He got the Hillary sign.
Bro,
What?
Lizzie McGuire was popping back then. I was like,
Nah, it was hard. Wait, so did you know always that you wanted to get involved on the concert side of things? Like, because I have friends who love music, right?
mhm.
But there's something that holds them about concerts. It could be, how much you got to stand, the pushing, whatever. But for someone like us, we love the concert experience. Has that always been your type of shit?
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it, like I helped throw a lot of shows at Binghamton too. Like when I was doing the thing in the dorm, like we do a lot of showcases. And yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be to this magnitude, of course, but, and we're obviously just getting started, but now I see the vision for it, and like, it could be something so sick. Like,
It could be huge. It could be a festival.
That's what I'm going for. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, God willing.
There's a
for
5-year
success.
plan with that, actually. Can't give all the sauce. on that, but
Keep it on the low.
He said, I don't know, my 5-year plan was bullshit. We got one in
That's for the
writing. I just
studio.
can't let y'all know.
That one's for the studio. The 5-year plan with the studio, it can go in a lot of directions. Like
Yeah.
it's very set with how you grow a show.
Mhm.
Like it's very obvious.
Yeah.
And it's just to be consistent and to make the branding fucking dope.
Yeah.
And like,
I think y'all are achieving on
fact.
those fronts.
Yeah,
I think that's going
so
well.
Too, yeah.
What's your favorite festival running right now? Like the biggest inspiration you draw in terms of marketing, lineup, all of that.
It used to be Made in America.
Okay.
I'd been to 2 of those.
Yeah,
I've never been.
That was
actually.
also another great concert. That day saw Mick Jenkins, Action Bronson, Future, Post Malone, Big Sean, J. Cole, then The Weeknd. And
This man really is from Chicago. He just included Mick Jenkins.
No. I was literally going to ask you. You got to talk about Mick Jenkins.
That's so funny.
Shit. No,
No, it's the Waters.
Yeah, that's what he performed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god.
That's hard.
So yeah, that was the first guy that day, and then Future was crazy. He was coming off of Dirty Sprite too, so that was a crazy time.
Shout out.
Do you know the
there?
fucking crazy shit
Right
that
there.
you've seen, bro? You're naming some. You're casually dropping some crazy names on our head top right now, bro.
And then the night before is Beyonce.
Pack this nigga up, bro. You've seen it all. I get it now.
She had a half nip slip.
I get it.
He said,
Ooh.
crazy. Barry comes back.
That was the real show.
Old
That was
Barry
the real
needs to be
show, bro.
present on every podcast. We need just like Barry's cool, but we need Old Barry on every pod. Just
you.
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead, bro. Nah, that's
It sounded like
fire.
Batman.
I saw half of her nipples.
Bro, that's amazing. So, Made in America was the OG like inspiration.
That was one of them.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, shout out Cole Bennett, obviously. Like, yeah, it's brilliant. Like, it's just
Summer Smash, man.
Listen, like, I'm not a big fan of necessarily the music that's coming out on those lineups because that's just not the shit I listen to.
Mhm.
But what he curates and the culture he's brought, I mean, it's unimaginable. Like, really, truly, like, I mean, the people that he's brought to the forefront. I mean, there's literally almost, I don't want to say it because I love his music, but like Juice WRLD is not the name he is without Cole Bennett in that video.
No,
for,
100%. Lucid Dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that changed his career. I mean, we could talk about, what's his name? He's not so relevant. Lil Skies, even, he didn't have his moment.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have his moment without that. And I like these artists, but like, they're not my go-to. I did like Juice, though.
Yeah, Juice was...
Who didn't?
I mean, I think that he kind of did a similar thing to what you're doing. Having that association with someone who is so tapped into so many different aspects of the industry, it helps a budding career.
Yeah.
And if the music's good, the music's fucking good. I think the big difficulty for a lot of artists is getting the right ears. Because, you could be making fire shit, but if nobody hears it,
Doesn't
what I
matter.
mean? It's difficult, especially not a tastemaker.
Mhm.
So having that in unison with someone who can connect you with the tastemakers, you're going to go as big as you deserve to go. It just might be a little easier, you know what I
That's
mean?
true.
As
Bro,
it should be.
We heard someone on Green Tea Radio the other day. There was literally like, went to their Spotify. They had 4 monthly listeners, and Annabelle was like, "Wow, this is truly incredible stuff." And then I was like, "Yeah, they have 4 monthly listeners." Holy shit!
Yeah.
Like the mixing was good,
Yeah.
the recording was good, the boys' vocals were crazy, and I'm just like, bro, like
So drop a name.
his name is Who Is Padron. He
All
doesn't
right.
have 4 anymore. This is months
Tap
ago.
in, tap
Shout out
in.
Padron.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's mixing, mastering the whole thing himself. He's been on Green Tea Radio 100 times, but not 100. We're only on episode 95. Next week on Wednesday, 5:30. See you there.
That shit fire, bro. I love it. I
This
love
motherfucker.
that you guys do that shit, bro. Because that's really like, I don't know, like, once again, bro, your platform and utilizing it to help other people, that's like what this shit is all about when you're not in front of the camera. And that's if you could help as many people as possible, that's dope. You ever hear some bullshit, though, and, like, have to be kind of nice about it?
Yeah. Well, no, so, like, not nice about it. I mean, yeah, I do constructive criticism. I'm not out here going, "Oh, that's trash."
Yeah.
Like, I'm not an old head. But, like, I'll be like, "Listen, bro, like, it sounds like you're just getting started on your shit.
Mhm.
You're either going to get better or you're not.
Yeah.
Keep trying. As long as you're having fun, doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Like, if you enjoy and you're loving it, keep doing your thing. Your mixing's garbage, though. Like,
That mix
Maybe
is still
outsource-
bad.
maybe
that
outsource
mix
the
is
mixer.
still bad.
Maybe find a mixer.
hit up a studio locally, go record it there, but like your room's not doing it for you. I'll say shit like that.
AT 2020 ain't doing it.
Yeah, like it could just not be. It could just be what it is, and like I'll be like, listen, it sounds like you're just getting started, but love your shit and you'll get better. Like it's it.
And that's really the only way you can do it. You know what I mean? It ain't no you. I don't feel you don't get no. no satisfaction with shooting down people's
No,
dreams.
you tell
and
someone they're
shit.
trash, it could end the whole thing for them, and then they can end up being like a fucking menace to society. Like, you don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need for that. Like,
Yeah.
You know, StereoVision, we all about positivity, you know what I mean?
Smiling.
Spreading that, you know, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no need to hate. Ain't no need to hate.
If
bro.
music means something to anyone, it means everything to all of us. You
Hey,
know?
wow.
Facts.
Put that on a fucking sticker, bro.
So, I mean, I know that, you know what I mean, you got to get out of here. You're a busy man, but what advice would you be able
Yeah, we do like 10 more minutes.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
For sure.
What advice would you have for anyone that's trying to do this music stuff in a non-traditional role? Not necessarily trying to, like, you know what I mean, make the music or whatever. What advice would you have to them in just building their career?
Wait, can you ask that one more time?
What advice would you have for people doing a non-traditional career in music?
Like
Not an artist, right?
Yeah, not an artist, you know.
It's a really hard question to answer. It depends. You know, it depends what you want to do. Do you want to be on the management side of it? Do you want to be on the publishing side of it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want, like, you know, figure out what it is you're passionate about. Do you want to help artists? Do you want to be, you know, there's music law. There's a lot of avenues. And that's the thing is, like, people think that there's one way to make money in this industry, but, like, at the end of the day, it's a humongous. The entertainment industry is huge.
Billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars, and you know, everyone thinks it's just labels. It's not, bro. Like, there are hundreds of studios in LA. There are, like, we have people on our team that want to just engineer. Like, if you don't want to be the one making the music, you can figure it out. There's so many ways to get creative, bro. Look at Annabelle. Like, shout out to fucking Annabelle. She is curating music on TikTok, created an unbelievable platform. People regard her as the queen of curation. It's just, like, mind-boggling. Like, this girl, this woman, unbelievable, bro, made something from nothing.
Yeah.
That
Like,
good shit.
That good shit, bro. And you can do anything you want, but just, like, do it different. Be yourself about it. Like, be unabashedly yourself about it and do something fucking cool. Or there's a whole fucking business world there for you. It's all right there.
Yeah.
You know, there's job listings at labels all the time. Like, you know, if you really want it, go get it.
Facts.
That is the right answer. But I want to lend one more thing to that answer. Because you said something earlier that really piqued my interest. You said you were writing for a blog?
I was.
Yeah, what blog?
So I wrote for Lyrical Lemonade in 2019. And then, you guys didn't know that, did you?
No.
Okay, so I wrote for Lyrical Lemonade. You're right, you were like...
Because I think I had seen, like, I don't know, I was doing my little researches, and I think I might have saw something about it, but that's cool, bro.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
I wrote for them in 2019. And then when I left, I wanted to keep writing because, again, I wanted to use my English major. And I loved writing. Like, I still loved writing. So my friend opened a blog. My friend Sade Cinco in New York opened a blog called Rap Fiesta. And they were really dedicated in making well-written out articles and giving artists time in that way. They write really long and extensive, well-thought-out articles. And I was like, I want to do that. So I did that for a little bit. That's where I met Lily Mae, where I met Selena. Okay. So yeah, I was writing. That's a great way to make money in the industry as well. Like, a lot of these publications will sometimes pay the writers or not. And
even without the money, like, Barry's an English major. We are not.
Yeah.
But we got our start writing as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Can you guys tell me about that? I didn't.
Yeah,
We just started a blog, bro. Like I had a blog in high school where I was writing album reviews. I wrote an album review. I sent some tweet off about YNW Melly, and Miles like swiped up because we had met like freshman year. He's like, "Oh, you write about music?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you like music?" And we met up. And for about 2 years,
Twitter?
Nah, bro.
No, we were at the same school.
Went to LMU,
okay,
right?
Okay, I was like, damn.
I posted on my Snapchat. We had met, but we weren't like friends.
Crazy.
Yeah. But like, I posted that like because YNW Melly retweeted my shit from jail, and I thought that was hilarious. So I was like, oh, YNW Melly retweeted it, you know? And so Miles swiped up and he's like, you write about music? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I love music. Let's meet up. And we talked. And so for probably 3 years, StereoVision was just a written publication where we were writing.
Are you guys still doing that?
Yeah.
But we don't write. We have writers that write.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I do want to say, like, you're not English. You are an English major. We're not. Like, you don't have to be one to write. Like, if you love something,
Of course.
like figure out why you love it and tell people why you love it, because people will understand that, and the passion will come through if it's really what you're about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think either of us, like we can write, but that's not our bag.
That's not.
But that's how you start, because that's just you communicating why you like something.
It's the same way as getting your music out. Like I said, this,
100%.
you guys are saying like someone's trash. Just say they're not good yet.
Yeah.
That's not to say one other person won't like it. If you like it, there's for sure someone out there that also likes it.
Mm-hmm.
If that person likes it, there could be 10 more people that like it, and then 100 people.
You build.
Just, yeah, like, bro, like, I'm sure someone called Juice WRLD trash the first time they heard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
you know?
Like you said, bro, it's all about if you're having fun doing it.
It takes one person to believe what you're doing, and that's you, and then other people will believe it as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When you guys started StereoVision, I'm sure people were telling you, like, it doesn't make sense. It's dumb. Right?
I literally
People
have
didn't get
my friend Jack said, "Why are you starting a blog in 2018?"
Yeah.
He said, "Blogs are done."
Yeah.
I said, well, "We've never made it.
Wrong.
Well. To be fair, we never made a cent off our writing,
Yeah. Type shit.
but we built a studio off our writing. We met hella dope
places
people off
that have
our writing.
taken us,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, it's
Ryan W. Melly acknowledged you.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that was early. That was before I even met this bro. That was before we really got shit cracking.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's
Like,
crazy.
there's so much shit. You know what I mean? And like, obviously, like, you can't say everyone got a laptop or an iPhone, but you might know somebody that does.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all you need
You don't need
at
more
this
of that.
point.
Yeah.
To start something. You know what I mean? YouTube is your best friend. You
Easy.
can learn anything from that app. Google's here for a reason. Like, it's so, like, I feel like the music industry as a whole is very daunting. But if you just like take it a step at a time, you know what I mean? Like, let me not try to fucking get to the top immediately, but how can I get my foot in the door?
Yep.
And then every day just work at your craft, get better, improve on it. You're gonna find yourself somewhere. Like you said, you don't know how you look down, you worked hard for 5 years, bro, and now look where you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Literally.
bro. It's blessed.
Just do what you love and show people that you love it.
Mhm.
People love to not try. People think it's cool not to try, but like show people how much you love something, and people are gonna pick you up. They're gonna look out,
They're
and
gonna
shit's gonna fall in place.
You're gonna feel that energy.
Yeah.
To talk about what you said, you know, you ever go on days when you don't want to go work out.
Yeah.
You start the run, and then you start feeling like, you know what, actually I don't want to do this anymore. But then you look back and you're already further into the run than you were.
That's every time I run, bro.
You're already, you set 2 miles, and then you at 1.5 miles, you're like, I don't know, and then you're like, okay.
I might as well.
You're already there, bro. You're so much further along in the process than you even thought you were going to be at that point. Like, even let's say you start music a month ago. Now you're a month in, bro. Like, it's not too late to turn back, but like, why would you at that point?
Just
Like,
do it.
Do your shit. If that's what you want to do with your life, bro, life's short, bro. You can't buy a fucking truck the next day. If you didn't try doing what you wanted to do, you're going to go to heaven or hell, and then they're going to be like, so what did you do yesterday? And you're going to be like, well, I went to my job. I'm like,
I thought about what I was gonna do. I thought about what I wanted to do.
yeah,
I
that
contemplated.
sucks. Like, just do what you want, bro.
Nah,
It's
Literally.
too short.
dude, we giving out too much free game right now. We're gonna have you back on the pod soon, bro. Wait, okay, so we end off the episodes, putting the people on some music, what we've been listening to,
Sure.
what we've heard. Anything you want to throw to people that they need to be tapped into?
New music?
Old, new, whatever's been in your headphones.
Okay. My headphones right now, I've been listening to a lot of Flozig,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
I listened to him before Sunday Sounds, but I became a fucking fan of Sunday Sounds.
Amazing.
Big, been listening to a little bit of Frex as well.
Yeah. Oh my god.
She's
bro.
amazing.
Oxford Circus is
Yeah.
still.
The truth is, I've been listening to a lot of the Sunday Sounds artists.
Yeah.
This last lineup was amazing. Shout out Mallory Merrick too. She's crazy.
Yeah.
Been listening to a lot of Selena demos.
Yeah.
Low key. Going through some stuff in my life, and my go-to when that's happening is I listen to Bon Iver.
Yeah.
So been listening to the self-titled Bon Iver album. I think that actually might be my favorite album of all time. I have a lot of sentiment tied to that album. So yeah, listen to that.
We were just talking about that and how your favorite album, like you hear plenty of tens in your life, but your favorite is something that takes you back and that means something to you and that is personal beyond that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a time and a place. It's like how if you smell something from when you're a kid, you're like transported to being that age again.
Man.
So it's like that time with the Bon Iver album, I was going through some crazy shit. I was like 14 or 15. And like there was some loss in my life, and like I think I started smoking then.
That's always
I was
a
like
memorable
melting
time.
into my friend's bed listening to that album. I was like, this is the best album. Like I couldn't believe what I was listening to. So
Do you-
like,
Do you have Sorry, finish.
No, go good.
I was just gonna say, do you have any other projects that kind of do that for you that you might not hear on a daily, but still you put in that top 5, top 10 because they take you to a place?
Well, I just think it's a top 10 ever, anyways. But I was gonna say, Channel Orange.
Yep.
It does that to me. I don't know how old you guys. How old are you guys?
22.
23.
Okay. So you guys are a little younger than me when that comes out. That drops 2011.
Yeah.
So I'm 16. I just got my car, bro. Like
the late night drives was getting a little different.
Shit going on with the girls, whatever. So that album, I'm gonna say Take Care as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's like very commercially successful. I have to think on that, but probably Long Live ASAP's up there for me too, but not in a sentimental way. Just like actually, even in like a nostalgic way.
I got some shit on there.
Like we're playing beer pong in my friend's basement. When
exactly.
Our parents are out of town. And like 30 by Danny Brown.
Okay.
X by Danny Brown. XXX. That's my shit.
That's 30.
Is it?
XXX.
I wasn't even aware.
I just put that together when he called it 30. Because ain't nobody ever really call it 30.
Yeah.
He calls it 30. You guys gotta listen to the album again.
That's what I'm saying.
Like DNA is like one of my favorite songs ever, bro.
Uh-huh. Dude, that Danny Brown album's amazing. What else? I gotta say Acid Rap is up there.
That's mine. That's
this
the one
nigga
that we
said it the other day and I tried to argue him about it. I feel it though.
That's like, even though I don't
hear a
that.
hard take though?
Yeah.
Chance the Rapper is the Derrick Rose of hip hop.
No,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
That makes sense.
But that's
coming
just
from
crazy that they from Chicago. Like,
tore his whole ACL up with that last project.
That
nigga might need to. He ain't had his comeback yet. D Rose might have done a little more, bro.
Chances. That's that.
Yo, bro.
What else? I think that's it. I mean, nostalgia. Ooh, I don't know. That might be it for me, but yeah.
Good. I think for me, really, I've been just listening to that Red Veil project.
Really?
I went back to that because I think we really talked about it a lot. But once he dropped that PG Baby remix with Denzel, that forced me to go back and listen to shit like Better. You know what I mean? All that Sky, bro. Like 10 out of 10 album from an up and coming artist, bro. That album makes me feel happy.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 from I've been listening to Red Veil since SoundCloud demos, Wait and stuff like that. I
just got put on to him this year from Annabelle, so
like hearing his growth.
It's not a 10 out of 10, but it's for him, it's like a 12 out of 10.
That's all I wanted from him, I was very happy.
You want to hear something funny about Red Veil? There's this like my girl's family invites this other family over, and this 14-year-old comes. I've known him since he's like 5 now, and so he's like, bro, tell me about the studio. He's like, he just loves hip hop and shit. And I was like, Adir, what is your top 5 right now? He's like, I'll give you my top 3 artists. He goes, Fago, Travis Scott. I'm like, yeah. And Red Veil. I'm like,
it.
Bro, what the fuck is that list?
That's hilarious.
Taste.
The Travis Scott,
I like the list.
Fago
I like
off
the
the
list.
jump. That's kind of funny,
I like
bro.
the list. I mean, I don't listen to Fago like that, but I like the list.
Bro, it killed me. And I was like, what was the last one you just said? Like, blew my mind.
Hey, just wait till he gets on Mavi in a couple months.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He might hit the blunt one time and really go somewhere.
Hey, if he hits the blunt,
he might really hit it.
If this kid hits the wood, bro, he's going all the way to Earl Sweatshirt, bro. He's fully in it.
No, he said Red Veil. I was like, God damn, bro, that blew my mind.
Yeah.
What you been talking to Spencer?
Like, Her Loss, and honestly, Her Loss took me back to Miss Morale because I was like, wait, like I haven't listened to this in a while because I was trying to compare. I was like, because people were asking me, is this album of the year? Is this album of the year? And I was like, no, I still got Stephen Kendrick, But I was like, I haven't heard Kendrick in a month fully in its entirety. So I went back and listened to it in its entirety,
And what's better? I'm not judging it.
I'm judging.
know, bro.
I'm judging right now. Tell me what's better.
Honestly, I went into Kendrick and I listened to the first 3 songs and I was like, oh, I forgot how good this was. I forgot how amazing he is.
And then you listened to
but then I listened to the whole thing.
This nigga said, then I heard Crown.
Yes, Barry.
And I turned it off.
No, Barry, yes. I didn't turn it off because I still love that project and I still think it's top 5 of the year.
Really?
But like, maybe it's recency bias, but the way that Her Loss is biting and hitting and making me like go back to it is something that I wanted from Mr. Morale that I didn't necessarily get besides like an N95 and a Savior and a Silent Hill, you know?
Okay.
That's what I said. There's 4 songs you
hype
can go
songs.
back to, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's hard to beat Pussy in Millions, bro. It really is. That song in of itself, bro. The Travis Scott one on Her Loss, bro.
Yeah.
There's moments. There's highs on this Her Loss album that are...
It's really good, bro. It's really easy to listen to, and it's really good.
Hey.
But like, why are you looking at me like Mr. Morale's your album of the year?
It's not, but you know what I mean.
Is it 2? Is it a firm 2 for you?
I think
What do you
so.
rate that out of 10, honestly?
Mr. Morale and the Big
Yeah,
Steppers,
yeah.
I'm going to probably give that like a 7 or 8.
Okay.
But I think that's like, you know what I mean.
If you would have said 10, I would have taken these off.
Nah.
Well, I'll give it a firm 8 at least.
Steve
8
Lacy's
to an
a
8 and a
10.
half.
Steve Lacy the only 10.
Steve Lacy's a 9.5.
Yeah, I wouldn't give that a 10. I give that like
There hasn't been a 10
that's
this
9.
year.
That's a 9. That's
There
a
hasn't
very-
been a 10 this year. Steve is a
Hey.
firm
There
9
hasn't
and
been
a
a
half.
10 in a very long time.
Since Call Me If You Get Lost.
Hey, man.
That's
We'll
my
give it-
last 10.
We'll give it 5 years. We'll give it 5 years when niggas come back talking about Steve Lacy shit to me. I'm not gonna.
Oh, that's album of the year.
Bro,
I'm
no,
with
that
you.
shit
I'm
is
with
going
you.
to age like fine wine.
First of all, I don't even think it needs an age. Bro, it's an amazing album. It's an amazing. Dude, a 10 is a 10 you actually have to like rate over time. Like I don't think a 10 is only if it is timeless.
Mhm.
Like if you know you hit me up and you know when StereoVision's a whole fucking gigantic thing and you guys are like, Barry, come back on, and you'd be like, yeah, man, you remember that Steve Lacy project? 10. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, Barry's back.
Barry's back.
I'll be 37 at that point, so yeah.
Barry, let me speak to your point about personal albums though, real quick before
Yeah, go ahead.
we get off this, because like realistically, the last 10 that I think we can all agree on is probably Blonde, To Pimp, Blonde, that era.
Yeah.
But I can confidently say, Call Me.
Good Kid, Mad City's a 10.
Oh yeah, but that's
Yeah.
what 2012, 2013.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but like I can confidently say, Call Me If You Get Lost is a 10 to me. You know what I'm saying? And that is like there are levels to it. When an album means something special to you, I feel like that can take it beyond like the subjective 10 rating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like what you were talking about earlier.
When it attaches to your heart, not to your ears.
Yeah.
Like no one could argue with you. That's 10.
No.
It's a different world.
Let me get your top 3 this year, because you're asking us.
This year, well, I agree with Steve Lacy's up there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys like the Adele album, or is it just me?
You can't. You're talking to the wrong guy.
Wrong guy.
I'm so sorry.
I'm embarrassed I didn't hear it.
Really?
I'm not on it.
Well,
like
I'm not
that.
gonna put that in my top 3, but I was just curious if you guys heard that. I'm gonna say Steve Lacy. I'm gonna say. I can't say Her Loss is too early. I don't know. I gotta look at what came out this year, man. There's so much shit.
I was hidden though. I'm gonna need to. We're gonna have Barry back on the pod though, because I'm gonna need to get more of your music taste. Because
Personal
I
taste?
like this. I like this, bro.
I mean,
I gotta look at that list, man. There were some really good projects that came out.
we got that Earl Sweatshirt project.
I was thinking about that one too.
We got-
really like that project.
Now, if you
2000
want to say that's better than Mr. Morale, I wouldn't be mad.
It's different.
It's only 8 songs, bro. How do you-
First of
better
all,
than Mr.
there's nothing wrong with the concise project.
I
know.
agree, but that's damn near an EP.
Your
but
point.
I'm not craving 20 Earl Sweatshirt songs.
Me neither, but
Can
give
you
me 30 minutes. Give me 30 minutes for me to put it
It was
in my album of the
26
year.
minutes, that project.
Exactly. Give me 30 minutes.
So
and
it
I'll-
gives you one more song, and then you're changing your whole opinion.
First of all, it wouldn't be,
No.
it wouldn't be 4 minutes long. He doesn't do that.
Thank you.
But-
we need 10 songs. 10 songs.
Stop.
10 songs will put it there.
What else came out this year? I'm trying to
We got
remember.
Vince Staples. Ramona Hart broke my heart was a great
That's a-
project.
I liked this project with Kenny last.
Yeah.
Me too. Agreed. The self-titled one.
Yeah, that was amazing.
There's the JID project, the Forever Story.
the JID project's in my top 5.
The Weeknd dropped early this year.
Yep, with Dawn
With Dawn-
FM.
Gunna dropped.
DS4. You got Freddie Gibbs, Soul separately.
I was at the Freddie Gibbs release party. That was amazing.
I almost
one's
went
up
to that
there.
shit.
That album's up there for sure.
Yeah, that album's
That
incredible.
shit was smacking at that Pusha T verse might be Pusha's best.
Yo, bro.
Speaking of, it's almost dry. Should definitely be
That's
talked
up
about.
there. That's up there.
Yep.
Benny the Butcher dropped.
Tana Top
Tana
4.
I haven't
dropped.
listened to that yet.
Oh,
You would
I
love
missed
it.
it's there.
If you like this, you would love it.
Boldy James and Nicholas Craven have a top 10 album of the year.
I didn't listen to the new West Side Gun album. I've only been hearing unbelievable things.
It's cool. I think we're pretty big West Side Gun guys.
Yeah.
Over here. It's cool. It's cool to me.
I
It's
heard it
nothing
was
crazy.
good.
I
heard it was good.
liked it.
I got, it's solid. But to be honest, like, I like what Westside Gunn does for the culture, for his artist. I like his artist more than I like Gunn. So I don't know if I'm the right guy to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, I like a Westside Gunn project for the way he curates it, for who he brings on. I like him as a rapper, but that's probably not my favorite quality of his, you know?
What else came out this year? There was a lot.
Kenny Beats dropped his album.
Future, right?
Oh, Future.
That was my favorite album of the year. I forgot that was this year.
Hey.
I know that's crazy. That's my personal favorite.
I never liked you.
Look at the guy.
Yeah, I never liked you as my personal. Dude, there was a month and a half where I didn't listen to anything else.
Bro, that's
he's valid. He's valid on the pod.
Valid.
He knows the
He's
deal.
very valid for that.
That was one of my favorite projects this year for sure. That's
Can we get a Grammy? Can Few get a Grammy for that?
Big Few, bro.
Please, can we get a Grammy?
We love it. We love
I think
it,
Brett
man.
Fires dropped this year.
Wasteland.
Yes.
That was really good.
Wasteland was incredible.
I don't like him though.
Whoa.
He's toxic.
For sure.
I don't like that. I'm not toxic.
Really?
But we got the shortcomings of a man is something that we got homies. You know what I mean?
Just like,
he's honest. He don't lie about it.
I respect that.
You know what I mean?
I don't dislike him I don't know him as a man. So
Yeah,
I never said I don't like Brett Fayez as a person.
Yeah.
I don't like what his actions stand for.
Yeah.
I mean, girl killed herself. Fully.
Nah,
You know what I mean? Like,
it was wild.
he is toxic. He is toxic. Yeah.
Hey, we only
Who else? Who else dropped? You guys got me thinking. That Brett project's pretty goddamn good though.
Denzel Curry dropped "My Eyes to Your Future."
That was a good project as well.
Yep.
Tough.
I don't know about top 3 though.
Yeah,
No. That's like a top 10, John. In my opinion.
Top 10, top 15.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
not going back to it.
I think a great top 3 though is Steve Lacy, Earl, and Few.
Not Earl, bro. Earl's not.
Steve Lacy, Earl, and Few sounds pretty good.
I might have to agree with you.
No.
Hey, and
what else is on there?
I'm gonna get my list out. Where is it? Do you see favorite?
He's got the list.
Nah, bro. This man be constantly updating every week, whatever drop. You know,
This one
where we
hasn't.
gonna put it?
No, to be honest, this one hasn't been updated in months, so it's a little out of date. You see how
I'm
far?
forgetting the beginning of the year. Like it feels like it's been.
It was just Gunna and The Weeknd.
Okay, so
And
here's
I think everyone else was kind of cool.
Dawn was not got.
Killing Nothing by Boldy James and Roll Badman was a great project. You Can't
Earthman.
Kill Me by 070 Shake was one of my favorite projects.
God, that album.
You feel me?
Amazing.
You feel me? That's top 5 of the
That
year.
was her best project.
I agree fully. Easily. I love that album. That was the whole first half of the year. For the first, Maz can attest. For the first half of the year, I thought that might have been album of the
Did
year.
the Don Toliver album drop this year? Too?
Last year.
Okay, I'm still on that.
Because that would have been.
I love Don Toliver.
Yep.
That would have been my number one. Dude, I bought Kid Cudi tickets because Don and 070 Shake were supposed to open. 070 Shake gets sick 2 days before, and then Don Toliver drops out.
Oh my God.
They replaced it with Denzel Curry and some guy before Denzel, and I was like...
Still, I would have been...
Denzel was lit.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
But 070... Oh, I've never seen her
But not
live,
bro,
bro.
not
She's
Toliver.
incredible.
It's not the
Come
same.
on.
Damn.
I mean, Blast dropped. I feel like we were both a little bit disappointed by
Blast.
that.
Ooh, you didn't like that project?
No, we did, but like No Love Lost was really special to both of us, I think. You know,
and
to the
both
point.
six tapes.
And both six tapes.
were like,
He's amazing.
Speaking of, Bino dropped this year. Sorry for the wait. Bino Rideau dropped this year.
Facts. Ghetto Gods, Earth Gang was good.
Yeah.
Earth Gang was great.
Yeah.
The Dreamville EP or the Dreamville mixtape was cool.
was
D-Day.
Mm-hmm.
That Ari Lennox song.
Did he-
Ari
did he go-
Lennox dropped. Ari Lennox dropped in that.
I didn't get so into it, to be honest. I liked her last project more.
It's old school. It's that, it's...
She's amazing, though.
And then Kodak. Kodak's dropped 2 really good projects this year, too.
I didn't get to listen to the newest one yet, but I am a big Kodak Black guy.
Shout out Yak, bro. Shout out Yak.
Yak's incredible.
I hope so.
Now, that was the best impersonation of Kodak I've seen in a minute.
Really.
And that's where we
hope
cap
so.
it.
Yo, Barry, thank you for rocking with us, bro. Amazing episode. You want to pop your shit in the camera one time? Let them know where they can find you on Instagram. Right here.
Yo, I'm Ursa the Chef, URSA the Chef, and at Green Tea Studios LA. Make sure to follow us. We'll follow you guys back. We love you. Keep rocking the hell on. Shout out StereoVision. We out this beat.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Show love, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.